I'm Johnny.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Matt.
And so we are literally just got done watching WandaVision. WandaVision's final episode came out today, and this is kind of our final thoughts on the series. If you haven't caught it, we have done a commentary track for every single episode of WandaVision, all 9 episodes.
Yes.
And you can catch those right here on Blue Curl on YouTube and Blue Curl Commentaries on all podcasting networks. Please check those out. Watch them along. We're kind of funny. And I think
it's a different podcast.
Different That's a different YouTube group.
Yeah.
But overall, if you had to give an Rotten Tomatoes or an IMDb like 1 out of 10 score for the show, what are you guys gonna give it?
I would say solid 85.
85?
Like, it wasn't like a perfect show, but it like really had me invested the entire time. I liked all the elements and the explanation of all the powers and stuff. Like, I like the universe building too.
All right, Matt.
I would give it a 79, 75-ish.
I'm about with you, Matt. I'm gonna give it like an 80. I'm gonna give it that range. There were a few things overall. I think the show was fantastic. I think it paid such a good homage to so many different eras of television. Like going all the way back to I Love Lucy and the Dick Van Dyke Show eras, moving all the way up into the Modern Family era of single cam shoots and multicam shoots.
Yeah.
So that aspect, as a guy who's really into movies, I love all of that. But from the Marvel fan, I mean, not necessarily like, I don't want to be like the keyboard warrior here telling like what it should have been. There were a few things that irked me a little bit, especially with a few characters, and we're gonna go ahead and put a disclaimer. Spoilers ahead. This is a freeform discussion. The biggest thing, spoilers incoming, for me, that was kind of a tease that I didn't really like was Quicksilver.
Yeah,
it was such a big reveal of, you saw Fox Quicksilver. When we watched it all together, we all lost our minds.
Yeah.
Like, you can see our reactions live on YouTube and on this podcasting networks. We all flipped out.
Yeah.
We flipped out. It was so shocking. We were theory crafting and all that. And when it comes down to it just kind of being nothing, kind of just being a little Easter egg, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little disappointed. But I get why you can't use those characters. You are crafting something else. But we were all having these theories and stuff, and it did kind of feel like a little bit of a letdown. That being said, everything they did with Wanda in particular, I loved.
Yeah.
The new costume is beautiful.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh my god.
I am loving. Marvel in particular has proven that it does not matter how awful or hilarious or stupid looking a comic book costume looks, they can make it look good.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you were able to make Captain America look at least semi cool, or the Vision, or heck, even Scarlet Witch herself, like the costumes, or Doctor Strange, like all these costumes and comics are so weird.
Yeah.
The fact that they've made them look as good as they do for this world, I applaud it. It's a good job.
I feel like she probably should have had a costume sooner, but also just the series in general made it all that much better when we did finally get, number one, her being called her actual comic book name.
We actually got the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
And number 2, getting the actual costume with the crown and everything. It all fit together so well and so perfectly. And like the Halloween episode was just such a fun call out to that, and like a callback, and also a foreshadowing as well.
Yeah.
It was just so good.
Because it very easily could have been just like a much like the Quicksilver, just a wink and a nod. It's like, hey, this is what she looks like in comic books. But the fact that it was actually foreshadowing something adds so many new layers to it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna rant a little bit also. I'm not rant, but like I'm also gonna to kind of feed off of that.
No, rant. We get more views that way. If I put rant in the title, yeah.
I'm gonna give a little bit shout out to the Quicksilver. Not shout out, but like, yeah, I'm disappointed for a few things. Number one, and my biggest problem now is the moment they actually have him as Quicksilver in the MCU for whatever scenes he's in, it's gonna feel shit now. It's gonna feel underhanded. And it's gonna feel like he should have been in there ages ago. If they ever do introduce the mutants to
I
the
don't think
MCU,
they're
like
gonna touch him again. I think this was
Yeah.
an
probably not.
isolated thing. I think we are going to see. We're definitely going to be seeing mutants in the future, and though we were kind of thinking, will we see them in this? And not really. We are getting characters like Wiccan and Speed, which this final teaser has me kind of excited to see what, because we know Wanda's supposed to be in Multiverse of Madness. I'm a little curious to see because I think Nightmare is supposed to be the villain for that thing,
Yeah.
and I
Mhm.
know Matt's really hoping for Mephisto to show up at some point.
I am.
I don't like Mephisto. I've never found him that interesting, but if he was to appear,
Yeah.
and especially with Wanda and stuff, that would be cool.
Well, yeah, like, well, breaking off of that, like, me and you're talking like the comic book version of like Star-Lord, like, neither me or you really has any interest in that. We
No, not
love
at
the
all.
movie version. So if they
Yeah.
can take Mephisto and adapt
And
him in a
also,
way
we're
that's
not
really
alone on that.
satisfying, like,
We're not alone on that. No one gave a shit about Star-Lord prior to 2014.
yeah,
Oh my god, yeah, absolutely.
No one cared.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
Characters like Scarlet Witch do have their fan bases and stuff.
Yeah.
Prior to the MCU, but
I
yeah,
feel like
if they made Mephisto a more interesting character, yeah, I'd be cool with that. But like, to me, he was always just like the Deus Ex Machina that was the reason that Spider-Man and Mary Jane couldn't be together.
Yeah.
I guess I've always just had a sore spot after One More Day, because
Yeah.
I've always thought that story was horrible.
I mean, Mephisto has other comic book like sources as well, and like other like big events. I do kind of feel like they did burn some of his really big events, not all of them, but some of them. So introducing him now after WandaVision might kind of feel a little like,
Now,
all right,
Jake had a
cool.
really interesting a really interesting theory that not Dormammu, Mephisto has Wiccan and Speed souls, and that's what the final cutscene was referring to. And we have not seen any theories or anything. We literally got done watching the final episode 5 minutes before we pressed the record button on this podcast.
Yeah.
So we
if,
don't
if
know
somebody
what.
else had this theory, like, get in the back of the freaking line. I said
Not
it
even
myself.
that. It's like we haven't seen any breakdowns of anything. We
No.
have watched it all once. But I think that could be cool. I would
I think
love
that
to
would
see
be cool
those
too,
two. I do think we are preparing for like a Young Avengers type deal,
Yeah.
or a Champions maybe, if we got characters like Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel coming in.
Yeah.
I think it's very likely they're gonna introduce her very soon.
Yeah. The go Matt.
They're definitely gonna be aged up. But the thing I was gonna say, going off of that, it's like, yeah, I mean, as I said in the episode, again, we haven't really watched anything like any like breakdowns or like any like theories on the future. But I feel like in the comics, they were a part of Mephisto's soul. No, they're
Yeah.
attached to somebody else, but they're a part of Mephisto's soul. Mephisto's soul.
It
Yeah.
might not even
So
be him. It might be like what's the name of the demon or being that's always trying to gain control of Wanda's body?
oh,
I don't
oh,
remember its name, but that
yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna do that, but they're definitely leaning into the witch aspect of Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
They've especially with like all of these like like the Wizard of Oz reference and the Salem trial type stuff that Agatha was doing.
Yeah.
I think overall, overall though, I would say I would watch the show again. I'll probably throw it on the background while doing other stuff, just to make sure I didn't miss anything because we were commentating it or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
We probably did miss some background details in it, because I haven't really watched any breakdowns of WandaVision at all.
Yeah, because
Because
we like
we've
to
been
keep
doing
it
this.
fresh
Yeah.
for what we're doing here.
We
So,
like to put it. We like to have it like we have like our fish.
Yeah. And if if this does, do you guys think is Wanda gonna be a big part of Multiverse of Madness, or do you think she's gonna be like how Doctor Strange was in Ragnarok, where she's here for a few scenes and then she's gone? Because Doctor Strange and Wanda Maximoff have always had a decent relationship, be it romantic or otherwise, comic book wise. I don't think they're gonna do that.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna go that route, but I think they have the chance to put her, because WandaVision was a series setting her up for bigger things. So if they have the chance to put her as a main character in Multiverse of Madness, I totally think they should jump on that.
Yeah, especially after this has made her much more interesting. Like she was cool and the other stuff, but now she's like a powerful. Like we're getting to a power level in Marvel and stuff that is getting to the point where you can do the crazier stuff that these characters are capable of. It's been my problem with what they've done with the Hulk this whole time. Where like, cool, we have Professor Hulk, but like, I'm gonna be real. I would have much rather had seen, and maybe we'll get it with like She-Hulk or something. But like, I want to see the powerful Hulk. You know,
I was
want
gonna
to
say.
Go at.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say. I don't mean to interrupt. I was like, it's just Hulk doesn't seem powerful in the MCU. Not like he's in the comics.
He's not gonna freaking stomp his foot and destroy the Eastern Seaboard. You know,
Yeah, seriously.
or like. There's stuff, or if we want to go even deeper, like imagine if this is how they did it with Hulk, if they introduced like more of the magic type stuff, if they went down the Immortal Hulk rabbit hole, because that comic sold like that comic outsold Batman for a few weeks, and you know nothing outsells Batman. You know,
yeah. The thing with the MCU Hulk is like his core power mechanic isn't in the MCU.
Yeah,
it's referenced, but it's not in the MCU. Like the whole like, oh, I get stronger the angrier I get.
It's just I'm angry and I'm strong.
Yeah, but then we saw stuff like when you see Hulk go like berserk in the MCU, like it matches the power level of the people he's fighting. So I think maybe they're. Because like,
which that's a thing Banner does. He does subconsciously like hold the Hulk. This is a conversation of like the Hulk and stuff for another day, but like for WandaVision and stuff. How do you guys feel about Vision in this portrayal?
I am gonna say it again because if you just watched the last video, like the last episode commentary, I'm gonna say this again. Where the heck did White Vision go? Why did he fly away as soon as they were done talking?
That is the question. Is he went somewhere? Where did he? And here's the thing. Whatever the next thing is for Wanda and Vision, it could be those two going to get their children back.
Yeah.
The portrayal of Vision of this, I'm glad to see Paul Bettany get to play a character who's not an emotionless robot.
Yeah.
But in the same show also has to play an emotionless robot. Because like both Visions very different. Of course, one like becomes the other eventually, but we got to see Vision much more human. Like we got to see him he became more human as time went on, which even if in certain in Tom King's Vision, it was really all Vision was always acting human because that's how humans act, and not acting human because that's how he wanted to act. Doing it this way, I think, makes the character much stronger. From a writing point of view, I think it makes him much more relatable. I'm gonna be real, like even when Age of Ultron came out, you can be like, who cares about Vision? Like this was Vision has two stories that people care about, and it's his origin and it's the Tom King Vision.
Yeah,
both of which we've discussed, but like I guess we haven't touched his origin of like, but that's a mess. Don't worry about it. They condensed that. I know I've been rambling this entire podcast. What do you guys think about Vision?
Yeah. I liked the way that he combated him, not by this, because honestly, together they're pretty evenly matched. Because apparently Wanda's giving him the same powers, but I liked how the way that they figured everything out was through their intellects and through their like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think that's a really cool way to do it because both of them are Vision. Both of them are these like insanely intelligent robots.
I think it's a smart way to bring back Vision. I think it's cool I mean, it's obviously it's White Vision now, but
But it's
I
still
I
Yeah.
Vision.
Yeah, it was
it's still
insanely creative
Vision.
way to bring him back though, because I didn't expect that.
So
Yeah, no.
this pretty much means that everyone from the snap is pretty much back, aside from the like all those Asgardians that are dead. Ugh.
We don't know
it.
about Black Widow.
Yeah, that's what I
though.
I
was
think
say
she's
Black
gone.
Widow.
Like, listen,
But the
here's the other thing you have to remember. Black Widow was also supposed to be out before this.
it was, yes.
Though I don't know. I don't think that movie's gonna particularly do anything grand. Prove me wrong, Marvel. Please do.
Yeah.
But like, I think they're kind of wrapping up. I think we are ushering in a new age for Marvel, because of course we know Jane Fonda is going to
Thor.
not Jane Fonda.
Jane Foster.
Jane Foster.
Jane
Foster.
Fonda. I was like, whoa,
Jane Fo-
she is.
Dude, Jane Fonda's being the MCU now. Hell yeah, let's go.
We know that. Yeah. Didn't you know Barbarella in the MCU? Jane Foster is going to be in Love and Thunder,
Yeah. She's gonna be
Hopefully,
playing
so is
Thor.
Darcy.
of course.
Female Thor.
And I think that's the rumors that Thor, she will be becoming the new Thor.
Well, it's pretty much confirmed by the Comic-Con she and Kevin Feige did.
Yeah. So I think what we're getting
did
to
not
is
know
we're
that.
gonna have we're gonna be ushering in kind of a new age of the Avengers and stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's like, because we don't have Iron Man, we don't have Captain America.
Now, are they going to do Ironheart? Do you think they're going to?
I think they are.
I think they are, yeah.
I think they are doing Ironheart, which okay, cool.
Yeah, I was never
guess.
particularly interested in that
Who
character, but that's cool.
I
like
will
Iron
say
Man,
I'm
and
much more excited for Ms. Marvel than I am for anything related to Ironheart.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm excited for Jane Foster Thor.
Well, there's
and She-Hulk. I'm excited
my
for
God.
that.
I'm blanking on his name too.
What
Other Iron Boy, whatever the fuck his name was. I'm blanking on his name.
Rhodey?
Kang the Conqueror.
What?
Literally the same person. Fuck, what was his name? Iron Lad.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think. I think they're gonna not touch Iron Man because like.
Oh, come on, that's such a cool Oh, that's
Yeah,
me in the
but
future.
I don't think they're gonna do much with Ironheart or Iron Lad or even Rhodey. To be honest, I think they're gonna wrap up the Iron Man like era.
I see. Yeah. Maybe a little move past it a little bit.
And I know
But that's
that I know that Ironheart in particular is a very divisive character to some people. I never had a huge problem. I never liked her. I never disliked her.
Yeah,
She was
it's like,
always
I never
just
hated
there.
her. I
She was
just-
always
I
just
thought she was.
there.
I thought she was fine. I
Yeah,
liked her.
she was just. I had no opinion either way.
I prefer Iron Lad just because his story is so.
I
unique.
do think we're heading towards like a champions thing. I do actually think
Yeah.
we're heading towards that because we got characters like Kamala Khan showing up and that kind of stuff. Kate Bishop, yeah. And of course Wiccan and Speed may be returning.
And Miss Marvel.
And this new Vision.
Wait, do you think with Kate Bishop they're gonna do some sort of like Hawkeye transition movie?
Well, Hawkeye's got a show.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
sure.
after Loki. It's like this year, isn't it? This
Oh,
year
well,
is
I
like
didn't
the
even know that.
year of Marvel.
I don't think
shows.
so.
Is it
I don't
not?
think
Is it
it's this
next
year.
year?
It might
I
be
know.
next year.
So this year we've got WandaVision, which just ended. We've got Falcon and Winter Soldier in 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks after that we got Loki, and then I think not
then-
long after that, it's What If, and then Hawkeye. I think.
said What If and Hawkeye?
ready.
But there's also at the end of the year, guys. By the way, at the end of the year, guess what's coming out?
What's coming? Out?
Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, we've got Spider-Man,
we got-
which title was just announced.
It was just
what was it?
Do
I
you know
already
what month
forgot
it's
it.
being released, Matt?
December.
December.
Oh,
You'll be back.
It's the end
I'm
of
going to
the
see that
year.
in theaters,
movie.
100%.
What was it called? Like No Road Home.
No Road Home.
No Road Home.
Yeah,
or
something
no-
like that.
Homeworld?
I don't know.
Homeworld?
Overall, WandaVision. We all give our
It's been
kind of
called No Place Like Home, but okay.
we gave it our letter grades. I think it's worth the watch. I think whether you're super into if you're into the MCU, you're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I think Disney Plus's model, where it's like, yeah, so we're releasing these shows like 2 weeks apart from each other, so you can never cancel your subscription. And you know
They
what?
got my money and they're
You
holding
know what? They've got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to get a return on that somehow. This Disney Plus is definitely in the red right now.
Disney
They've got to
Plus,
get in the
we're
green.
losing money. They actually are. Have you seen the Investors Day stuff? They are
Yeah.
losing money.
But like you said, they're going to gain it back in the long run if they keep.
No,
doing well.
don't mince words. It's not failing or anything. Streaming services are notorious for failing for about 5 years until they might make some kind of profit.
Yeah, like
So they
yeah.
become
As a
Netflix.
streaming service,
Yeah.
they're not failing. They're just not. They're just still where they have to create more
you
stuff
get
to
a
get people. on
real
there.
low price, and then you gradually increase it, and by year 5 years or so,
To
you might be
blow-
making money off of it.
kind of. So this is a different podcast. So I'm gonna like kind of keep this really short to blow some people's mind with streaming services. Netflix has been around as long as Blockbuster has. Almost.
I feel old for
and-
multiple reasons.
I remember
Yeah.
ordering Netflix like
And
like
when it
in
was
the mail.
mailed.
Yes, they mailed
yeah,
you.
so that's the thing. Netflix was
DVDs.
a mail service, and then they had added the streaming service.
Oh
and
my
they actually
gosh.
split the directors from the mailing service and streaming service. So they had 2 different owners for that.
There are
And guess what?
people.
One out.
There are
Hold
humans walking around who don't remember that they were not born.
Matt, you just
before-
blew my mind with that.
What?
Yeah,
Because I've been in a Blockbuster. I got Netflix in the mail.
Mm-hmm.
There are
Yeah.
kids who don't even know what those two things.
Yeah, who don't have any clue about those
two
two things.
Blockbuster all the time.
Oh,
There are kids in
The
high
joys of
school who
being
might
an
not know.
adult.
oh
The
my
joys of being an
gosh.
adult.
Oh, we are
That hurts even more, doesn't it?
Matt. You're older than us.
Because we're 6 years away from high school freshmen, right? That 6 years could have easily made the difference of them never remembering
Oh
Netflix.
my god, I am so much more than
being
6
in
years away
DVD.
from that.
Yeah,
I know. I was talking
feel
about me and John
fucking
Michael.
old as
Matt's a
shit.
boomer.
Technically, John Michael's 7.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wait,
I'm older
maybe-
than you.
Yeah,
yeah.
but I'm a little bit.
I'm almost 2 years older.
I graduated at 17, so
Yeah,
maybe that means
I
that.
graduated at 19.
you guys, oh
Okay,
my god.
so
You guys-
I'm only 6 years away. You're like, wait, I'm 5 years away, and you're 7 years away from high school freshman.
Oh, it's gross. Where you?
Ooh,
we
I
stopped
hate
this
that.
conversation. You guys are making me feel so much older now.
We're aging faster than Wanda's kids.
I don't know if that's possible, but it might be.
Can I say one more thing about the Wanda? Like you made a comment earlier, and I've been wanting to comment, but I was kind of like waiting for my turn.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sit in the corner quietly.
Oh, trust me,
Thinking my thoughts.
I've already taken up 85% of our airtime. Go ahead.
It's all good. It's all good.
We have
So what I was
infinite
gonna say real quick about like the how Wanda's gonna be in Multiverse and Madness.
Yeah.
I don't think she's gonna be the Doctor Strange of Multiverse and Madness as he was in Thor Ragnarok. But you nailed the right movie. She's gonna be the Hulk. In Thor Ragnarok.
Where she shows up
Ragnarok.
Oh,
like,
the
randomly
Hulk.
throughout.
Where she shows up
or she's up like yeah.
halfway through and then becomes like an important person
Okay.
throughout the rest of the
Yeah.
movie.
So less Doctor
100%,
Strange,
I
more
feel
Hulk.
like that's how it's gonna
Okay,
happen.
I believe that.
I could definitely see that happening. Especially, I like Doctor Strange. I like the Scarlet Witch. I love both of these actors' portrayals of those characters.
Yeah, and I'm
Where-
insanely excited to see what they're gonna do. with
Where do you
Multiverse of
guys think
Madness.
Monica Rambeau is going?
What?
Because I don't know where she's gonna pop. I think, if anything, she's gonna eventually lead to some kind of connection with Fantastic Four.
Well,
Because
here's my
that
thing.
final scene was, the Skrull was pointing up to the sky. Nick Fury is like up in space doing
Yeah.
sword things.
But they set that up in Spider-Man: Far From Home. So they've been setting up whatever movie or whatever property this is for a while. So this is the second setup for that. So it has to be a movie that's already been announced, right?
I guess. I think we're moving. I think the two big things that we're gonna be dealing with for the next phase or so is magic and space. Because the magic is gonna be the multiverse stuff, and then space is where we're gonna get like cosmic stuff, possibly. And then after both of those is when we're gonna be dealing with mutants.
You know what I want the Fantastic Four to be? I want
What?
the Fantastic Four to be another Guardians of the Galaxy kind of deal, where it's funny and kind of lighthearted, But also at the same time, I also kind of wanted to have the Spider-Man Far From Home, but we don't see the fucking Fantastic Four again for the third time. I don't need to see the origin. I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah,
I
we
don't.
don't. I
We
don't.
don't.
But the problem with that is Spider-Man is Spider-Man. If anything is gonna go close to Batman sales, it's gonna be Spider-Man. Fantastic Four. I guess people know the idea, but you can also you don't need an origin for them. You could very easily just be like, "Oh, you remember that snap, that cosmic radiation bullshit we talked about in Endgame? Yeah, that there was like 4 astronauts out in space. They can stretch and are as a rock man and set themselves on fire or turn invisible now."
I don't know, but
And that's
like,
all
that
you
would,
need. And then the rest is Doctor Doom trying to take over not Latveria but Sokovia after
Mm.
and kind of reestablish power after the Age of Ultron incident.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though. Do you think Doctor Doom's gonna be the next big bad, or do you think it's gonna be Kang the Conqueror?
Kang's gonna show up because they've been fucking with time. We already know he's gonna be in Quantum, whatever, Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yeah.
Do I think he's gonna be the big bad? Probably not, because if it was, we wouldn't know that he's gonna be there.
Well, not the big bad, but the next Avengers bad. Like how Loki was Loki and Thor. And
He
then
might be
Loki
the
and-
Loki, but
Yeah.
I think if we did Doctor Doom, we could be working towards like Beyonder Doom being like a thing it has to be dealt with.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's gonna be Galactus. I just there
Or
there's-
Galactus. Galactus
there's-
works, but like
there's no way they're not gonna have Galactus the next big bad, especially with the Fantastic Four, and you got the Silver Surfer, who is a servant of Galactus.
They better make Galactus look cool. That's all I have to say.
listen, they made Scarlet Witch's costume look cool. I have full faith. Like that will be
yeah.
the ultimate test if you can make Galactus look cool.
Which I could see
Also-
how they could if they just like, if they, I don't know.
Also, Galactus is such a cool character just in concept because again, he's not like Thanos. He wouldn't be a villain. He's a product of he's a product of suffering. All he can do is cure his hunger.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not doing it on purpose. There's no hatred.
He's a force of nature.
He's a force of
this
nature.
is just
There's
what he
no-
does.
There's no hatred towards it. He's just hungry. He needs the fuel, and like his origins is super cool. So and also, speaking of origins, they're also doing the oh my god, I'm blanking on the name. The what's it called? Oh
The
my
what's
God.
it called? My favorite superhero team with great characters such as and who.
And
Ew,
what do you?
what?
What? The what's it called? Now on ABC or Disney Plus.
What did
right
I?
after the Who's and Wasners. The Eternals. Jesus Christ.
The
Oh,
Eternals. Yeah, we
The
do have
Eternals.
Eternals, which is I think will set up a bunch of cosmic shit. Like if
Yeah,
anything else.
Wait, they've announced Eternals?
Eternals is filmed.
and
Oh,
Galactus
Like
is
it's
like
Oh.
done.
oh yeah.
It was
it's done.
supposed to go. I think Eternals was also supposed to be out too, because it was supposed to come out mid last year, right?
I don't think it was supposed to be out.
I think it
it was supposed to come out,
is.
like around this time this year.
The calendar, the release calendar has changed, but I don't know how much.
I think it
How
was supposed to be Black Widow, Eternals, Spider-Man. I think that was the release clock. Or maybe
Spider-Man Far
or
From
maybe it was Black Widow, Multiverse, Spider-Man, then Eternals. I can't remember. These release times have changed so much.
Yeah, like throughout the
Um,
years, because they've had release calendars for both Marvel and DC, like tentative release calendars
Yeah.
for like 5 years.
Yeah, where they were just like, yeah, these movies are happening. They will be here at some point.
Like they announced Flash 2, Cyborg,
Electric
Aquaman,
Boogaloo.
so much stuff.
There was
like,
supposed
for
to be a
DC.
Lobo movie at some point.
There
Yeah.
was.
Which
Who
I don't.
knows? My
But
dream
I
as
am
an
very
actor is to
excited
be
for the
in some
future of the
DC
MCU.
property.
I'm getting at this after seeing this. What'd you say?
I said my dream as an actor is to be in a DC property. That's all I
Yes.
want.
I'm say after seeing how well they handled WandaVision, I'm a little bit more excited for Falcon and Winter Soldier. I wasn't particularly excited just because like I don't really care that much
I-
about either
I
Falcon
like the
or
Captain
Bucky.
America movies because I like that like
Yeah.
very grounded like more combat based action.
Yeah.
So
That's
I think I'll really enjoy Falcon and the Winter Soldier when I
also
finally
why I'm
get to see
excited
it.
for it. That's also why I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it coming from I'm a big fan of the Captain America movies.
Yeah.
I watched them a lot. All three of them are really fucking good.
Those are the ones I've probably seen the least.
I
I
love
really-
Captain America movies.
always preferred stuff like Iron Man and Guardians or
Johnny, I'm coming from the opposite. I've seen those movies the most.
well, I
So
like the Iron Man movies and the Captain America movies because they're
It's
both
gonna be-
grounded in more realistic concepts than like
John-
magic or powers.
or even the Thor or Guardians or
I mean, they're not my like Thor Ragnarok will always be my favorite Marvel movie until they make a better one.
Love and Thunder, man.
Dude, I cannot
Wait, is that
tell
also-
you how much I cannot wait.
Is Love and Thunder
but-
also directed by Waititi? Or...
Yeah,
Actually-
Waititi's directing it, I think.
Yeah,
That'll be cool.
that's gonna make our commentary on Falcon and Winter Soldier even better, Johnny. Because me and you're coming from two different like.
Yeah, where I'm not
Yeah.
super stoked for it, but like I'm gonna watch it. I'm watching
I-
it. I'm a huge Marvel fan. I'm gonna watch the movie or the show.
I know we just watched this, but I'll be 100% honest with you. I was actually more excited for Loki and Falcon and the Winter Soldier than I was for WandaVision.
Really? See, I was most
Yeah.
excited for WandaVision because of the TV aspects of the show.
I was super excited about the TV aspects. That was the only thing that really excited me. I was like, I mean, yeah, but I prefer to see what
Loki.
happens with.
It looks like Loki is gonna be dealing with stuff like the Living Tribunal, so I think we are getting to like cosmic
the-
level characters at this
and
point.
the TDA
What?
and the time
Oh, the time.
yeah, the time to data authority.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys.
Don't feel bad, Matt. I called the FBI today, the Federal Investigation Bureau, which is I think that's the GTA thing. The FIB.
You got it right. You just got the worst.
Yeah.
Federal Bureau of Investigation.
I got it all wrong.
You got it right. You mixed up two of them. It's the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
I think. Is there anything else you guys want to add? I think we've
No,
all
good.
go watch WandaVision. Go watch it with our commentary tracks, of course, available on YouTube, Blue Curl Productions, and Blue Curl Commentaries on your favorite podcasting network: Spotify, iTunes,
Yeah,
Stitcher, fucking Google Podcast,
Do you wanna
probably
other
some other
podcast?
shit. Oh, and of
Gonna
course,
put out the other podcast?
plug my other podcast, also
Yeah.
available on all those networks. Long Hair, Don't Care. If you want to hear me talk about ramble like I did here.
Was the last one the one me and you did?
No, last one was actually one me and Jake did.
Okay.
It was we listed some of our favorite bands, which are pretty cool.
Okay.
And
Ooh, yeah.
so that's a great one to go check out.
Yeah.
Check out either of those.
Me and Johnny have some pretty good music
Until
tastes.
next
You should
time, of
listen.
course. I'm Johnny,
I'm Jake.
I'm Matt.
and we will see you same WandaVision time, same WandaVision channel, but next time.
Same Falcon Winter Soldier time.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
Matt, I love that one stupid joke that we made about referencing a Batman show from the freaking 60s or the 70s.
It's just stuck with the Blue Curl name.
It's what I do now. I say it at the end of every commentary. But we will see you guys next time.
Bye now.
Dum. Here's a story of a little witch girl who was doing a bunch of evil shit.
Stuff.
Secretly, it was this girl named Agnes. All along it, ba-da-da-da. I'm out of rhyming.
Johnny, because he's the only one who's giving lyrics. So I'm sitting here going na 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 na. Matching the.
How we all became the Wanda Bunch. The Wanda Bunch. The Wanda